Greetings, my brothers and sisters. One and all. I would like to welcome the world.
If you guys wanted to talk about anything, this would be the time to do it. If not, then
Can I actually take a second watch with Pojin?
Sure. So, Farron and Maza, you guys will quickly retire after doing a good job of scanning out the darkness. And as you guys come to rest, Pojem and Tamir, you will both come to the second watch.
Cool.
Did we start? I take it we started early.
Yes. Well, we didn't start early. We started late, technically speaking.
I thought 4...
We're starting on the hour now.
We're starting at 4... Okay, 4 p.m. East Pacific.
Oh, yes, I apologize. I'm sorry about that. It's 7:30 my time.
Okay, all right.
It should be... Oh, man, I think maybe my clock might be early. I might be running a little...
It's the right time for me.
Yeah, it's 5:30 Central Time for me.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry about that then.
Well, is
My fault.
there any way, before Pojem sat down to rest, is there any way I can have just tried something?
Like what exactly?
Okay, this is my idea. We've got some books on us that we don't want anyone to discover.
Hey, Tap.
Hey, Tap. And it's my idea to, use one of my constructs to hide objects in. So I wanted
Don't those disintegrate quickly?
No. Actually, we've changed. The CR rating for them was a little too high, so we've brought them down to where it's basically a mimic of wild shape. So it's basically around for 8 hours. So I'm thinking if I take an object, wrap it up, coat it in wax, put it in a pile of dirt or rocks, throw my construct jelly on it, that the construct will then form itself around what's at the heart of this pile and hide the object.
It's certainly an interesting idea. Remind me, how well guarded was... oh, damn it, what's the name of that city that starts with V that we're going to?
Valishbor.
Valishbor. How well guarded was Valishbor? I forget.
Are you talking about the city's infrastructure, or?
I'm talking about how much are they looking out for smuggling?
Oh, they are pretty well with it, especially since they are a city built on the coast, so they do have traders that come in and out. But Farron, from your experience, you know that a lot of guards are easily financially persuaded.
Well, is it a possibility that things security-wise have changed since the incident at Fort Nightfall?
It's possible, but you wouldn't know, really.
Yeah, I just envision security, and I'm not a good liar, and but if it's hiding inside one of my creatures,
I'm an
The,
excellent liar.
But Pojim, so your idea of putting books in wax and everything, I'd say that definitely be something to do. You could do that during your watch if you would like.
okay, and then would my rest after that be considered my long rest?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. So you guys are taking second watch. I need perception checks from both Pojim and Tamir, please.
Okay, smart.
Okay. Oh, I guess Mazda's a puncher while she's sleeping.
Oh, I didn't mean to. Sorry.
Having a nightmare.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean to. I'm just, yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So, Pojam, you seem to be a little bit preoccupied between covering these books in wax and digging around for the correct implements to summon up your jelly. So, you're feigning keeping a good eye out at the wilderness.
Yeah, I've ritually cast Unseen Servant, so it's, once I've got the book covered in wax, it's piling up the dirt and rocks around it.
Sure.
And I'm like,
sure.
good job.
All right. Now Tamir, on the other hand,
Sees all.
Yeah. Oh my God, you didn't have dark vision, but geez, can you? The moonlight is pretty bright.
I do have dark vision.
I also have dark vision.
Oh, I don't know why I thought you were a human. I'm sorry. My fault. Your dark vision is just so much better now. But yes, so Demir, as you're kind of keeping a better watch, then Pojam is kind of picking up his slack on top of your own work. You catch a glimpse of something out in the woods. You're not entirely sure what it was, but it seemed to have been of some kind of humanoid form, almost kind of like sitting among the brush, but it seemed to move away. It's you can see the entity still kind of. It's out in the distance, maybe a good 80 feet.
Let me check my
100.
spells real quick.
Yeah, 80, 100 feet.
Because if I have a spell, I may be about to do something very exciting. I do
Okay.
not have a spell. Hang on. I have another spell. No, 30 feet. Okay. Okay, in that case, I will just, kind of tap Pojim, just like, hey, and just nod towards it. Just subtly. I'm not making a big production like I do with everything else.
So Pojam, your attention is called forth by Tamir. I don't know if Pojam acknowledges you.
Oh, sorry, my mic was off. What's going on, friend Tamir?
I just tap him, nod towards the direction of the thing. I keep my eyes on it.
Alright, okay.
Pojam will... Okay, how long has our watch been going for?
This would be about an hour into it, I would say.
So my construct is with us. Well, I step kind of towards the edge of our, I take a couple steps in that direction, and with Maybelline on my shoulder, and the construct right by me.
I'd like to just kind of tap his shoulder, and it's like, we don't know what this is. Maybe just send out Maybellina?
She can't see in the dark. I say, if there is anyone out there, they should announce themselves.
Alright, so as you yell this out, keeping an eye out into the woods, you guys both see this kind of shifting figure almost freeze immediately, and then dart off into the Tuskwood Forest.
Okay, in that case, let me quickly check another spell. I may be able to stop that.
Okay.
Can I get a perception check on...
Okay, let me check 2 more spells.
Sure. Go ahead. What was that, Pojum?
Since I'm now looking in that direction, can I get another perception check, investigation check?
For what exactly? What are you trying to do?
Well, since I didn't see it moving, and then it moved again, do I get another chance to spot it?
I'd say if Tamir pointed it out to you, you would have seen it.
Oh, fuck. Okay, that's a touch spell. In that case, can I cast Phantasmal Force and create in this, whatever it is mind, the illusion of a chain tethering it to a tree so it can't move? Or it thinks it can't move and will take damage if it tries to move.
Alright, let me see. Okay, alright, so I'll just have to make an intelligence saving throw then.
DC 16.
Gotcha. Oh, that's a natural 17.
Aww.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Sorry about that. But as you cast it out into the distance, forming this chain, you see the entity, or you can hear it at this point, continue to run.
Alright.
The underbrush just kind of shifting.
Okay, you want to go after it? I suppose him.
No. Well, yes, I do, actually.
Okay, wake the others and I take off running. I like to do dumb things sometimes.
Alright, okay. So,
I will send my, I will have my construct trail behind him, excuse me, and, I will wake the others.
fair enough. Alright. So, Pojum is, waking everyone up at this point, and Tamir, you've gone running out in the distance.
Well, you know what? I could probably have Maybellina wake them up. But then she won't be able to say anything. Okay, I'll wake him up.
What's happening?
We were being observed by... we were apparently being observed by someone or something. It could have possibly been our high elven acquaintance from just a little while ago. And Tamir is already headed off into the woods after.
Which direction?
And I point that direction.
I take off sprinting.
I'll follow behind her.
And I'll have my...
40 feet of movement.
I'll have my...
I am also using my dash, by the way, in case that wasn't implicit.
Okay, alright. Give me 1 second here. Alright, okay. So,
Pojum is going to stay back, just in case this is a ruse to get everyone away from the fire so they can attack the old man while he's sleeping.
Yeah, good idea.
Sure.
We have an old man?
Yeah, we have an old man.
Right, did you guys
Oh.
wake him up as well?
Nah,
leave
no.
him.
Yeah, I wouldn't, you know.
Sure,
I wouldn't
sure,
bother him, old
okay.
man.
He's fine. He's just a little old man.
Where'd we get an old man?
We met him on the road. He was great. He was sweet.
Don't you remember?
Oh yeah, were you here for
Probably
last
not. I
game?
think that's the time I slept through my alarm.
All right. So, so as you guys are slowly kind of filtering out into the forest, chasing after whatever this thing is, I need Tamir first. Make another perception check, please.
Okay, schmucks. Perception. That's perception. Oof. 9.
All right. Okay. So as you're running out into the forest, kind of using the fire as a guiding mark, as keep this behind me and just keep moving straight. You're moving through the woods, but you've lost sight of whatever that thing may have been.
Can
You
I
ta-
take a
ta-
moment, recalibrate, and try again?
Sure. It might take a minute or two, but you can try that.
Cool.
By
Oh.
that,
I'll mostly listen at this point.
all right, sure. By that time, Maza and Farron will catch up to you.
Foof, 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 foof.
All right.
So,
Where is it? I'll say.
What do I do now?
all right, okay. So you can make another perception check if you would like. Farron and Maza, you see Tamir just kind of standing in the middle of the woods, kind of looking out.
24.
Where is it? What do I need to kill?
I assume with a 24, I get something.
Well,
Jesus.
looking around. Looking around, you're looking at each of the trees, kind of looking on the ground for signs of tracks, and you do see what looks like to be almost like not two trails, but two like foot trails, I guess I could say. The best I could describe it, like as if someone was like shifting through the undergrowth and like the dead foliage, but it kind of stops after 100 feet away, 120 feet away from the camp. And looking around, all you see are just trees. This one tree has like a set of vines dangling from it. One of the trees is dead, kind of bent over, maybe from a strong wind or a storm. But you don't see anything.
But I have a general idea of the direction the person went in.
Yes, it would have been.
I
would've-
point in that direction and start running.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
sprint.
Yep, full fucking sprint.
All right, yeah. So you guys just watch Tamir just run.
Like a
Without-
fucking startled rabbit.
Without answering any of your questions. Okay. So as you guys go running out, I'm sorry, Pojam, did you stay back at the camp or are you following as well?
I stayed back at the
Stayed
camp.
back.
Gotcha, sure. All right, so let me see. So you guys are running out, chasing after this. If Maza and Farron, if you guys would like, you guys could also make perception checks. Tamir as well.
Oh, me as well?
Yeah, because you guys are running out looking for whatever this is.
Jesus.
Why? Nine!
Wow.
It's Tamir, you're kind
Wow.
of you're getting a little shook by all this. You're running in the dark, so you're not able to really discern between the blacks and the whites of where what could be. Farron and Maza don't know what they're looking for, so they're just looking for anything.
I found a stick.
Thank you.
As she picks up this small grass python like out from the ground.
That's not a thing. Yeah, I think my perception was really low.
But at
You all
the, at
get
this
nines. This game is rigged.
but at this point, yeah. So if you guys like, you guys can continue to keep going to look for this thing.
I'm gonna recalibrate again.
All right, sure. So it's going to take about a minute or two.
Yep.
At this point, Will and Farron and Maza, are you guys? What are you guys doing?
I don't know.
Because you're just watching Tamir just pretty much just sitting down and trying to refine his position.
I guess I'll look to see if I see any tracks or hear any noises, I guess.
All right. So while Tamir is taking a couple minutes to
Can
recalibrate
I,
himself, yeah.
Try to climb a tree and like see like what I see.
Yeah, sure. Make an athletics check. Fantastic. All right. So you just get at it. You know, you sheath your weapon and you just grab the first tree and start climbing up to the top as high as you feel comfortable. So Farron and Maza, go ahead and make perception checks.
Fucking leaves.
Jeez. Yeah. As Maza, it's not too good as you're climbing up, you realize that the the bows of leaves and twigs and branches are really blocking your sight. So yeah, it's a mess. It's like rewatching the Blair Witch Project in the black and white, you know, and you're not like, oh man, I really don't know what the hell I'm looking at. It's pretty much what that is. Farron, however, looking around, you spot what looks like to be like the land kind of de-escalates, I guess. It descends kind of like a hill, and at the bottom of the hill, this is about like I'd say 30-40 feet down. You can see what seems to be tracks and what looks like to be in a bunch of mud.
I'll quietly try and get at least Tamir's attention. I don't know if Maza can see me.
No,
I
she's
don't-
Tamir is willing
No.
to listen to you because
Okay.
he's been having terrible luck.
preoccupied at the moment, I suppose. All right. So,
I'll start following the tracks, trying to be kind of quiet, but
Yeah,
all right,
I'll
sure.
follow them too.
All right. So as you get,
Do I notice them walking
Attention.
away?
yes, you
Okay.
do.
With a natural one.
Well, the natural one was trying to perceive out, but then after realizing she couldn't see, I assumed she would try to climb back down. And
Okay.
like halfway
just-
down the tree, you see them leave.
I'll just spring off the tree and follow them.
Oh, make an acrobatics check. That is a height. It's like a 20-foot jump.
Getting ready to break my ankles. Oh no, not bad.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You jump. Surprisingly, managed not to step on a rock or a set of roots to break your ankle, but you land perfectly fine. The 3-point landing, Iron Man style. Some of the leaves even move away from you in a blast of wind, and you follow them. So,
Can I do like a great combat roll and just
Sure. And as you guys get down there, you notice it looks like to be multiple tracks, but they're not footprints exactly. It's almost like something slithered through here. A bunch of things slithered through here, but it's away. It's away from your camp.
Okay, well I don't really want to follow those. Can we go back to sleep?
All right, fine.
do I recognize what creature that could be coming from?
You could make
From a bunch of snakes.
You could make a survival or a nature check if you'd like.
Let's do nature. Oh, nope. Okay.
Oh, man. Oh,
Ooh.
It's horrible.
actually, taking another look at it, you're pretty sure these aren't tracks. This is like the shapes that are made when water runs off a hill after it rains, you know? Yeah.
Oof.
Pretty rough, I know.
Double ones.
Tamir.
Hmm?
While Farron is taking her 10 minutes to look at these tracks, however, you see something shift from behind some trees. It's about maybe 30 feet away.
30 feet away?
Yeah.
Okay, now I know what I'm gonna do.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna use, do I have spell slots for this? My stupid character sheet has been busted. Hang on, please. I beg your indulgence. Yes, I have the spell slots. Okay, I'm going to, on this figure, use suggestion and say, you should come out and talk to us.
Alright, okay.
Give us a suggestion.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna make a wisdom saving throw.
Once again, DC 16.
Here we go. You said DC 16. That is a 15.
Yeah, it's like, no harm intended. You should come out and talk to us.
Alright. So as you do this, you see the figure, it kind of slowly almost lurches from behind these trees, these thin small trees. And you hear it you hear it say in this kind of dry, almost like parched voice. It speaks out in like almost like broken common, just like a partial language almost. Deal been made. You can't make out the features of the entity from this distance, even when it's within your dark vision. Seems a little too muddled, but
what did it say? I couldn't hear you.
It repeats one more time. Deal been made.
A deal.
All
Okay,
right.
let's not make deals. That's probably a good idea not to.
So
Okay?
Oh shit.
we're gonna stop.
I
gonna stop
look
right
and
here.
say, oh shit.
Sorry. Just we're gonna stop right here. While this is happening, Pojam, everyone has just left the camp, going out looking for whatever it is, and you stayed back to make sure to watch everything.
Okay. I would like to take my tattered robe,
Mm-hmm.
and I will put it on my unseen servant and drape some fabric across its unseen head, and I'm gonna just have it walk around, and I'm gonna just hide.
All right, you can make a stealth check if you would like. No.
I hit the button. My computer is super laggy today. I don't know what the crap is going on. Let me try it again. Might come up a couple times.
Okay. No. It came up as a 6. So we'll say you try to hide inside the tent. You kind of have like the flaps still open, so you can keep an eye out. You try to hide as best possible. And but you immediately hear some rustling. This is about maybe like a minute or two after they've left. And you hear a familiar voice coming from the individual you can't quite recall the name of, the elderly man. And he you see him kind of walk up to the campfire and rub his hands and kind of warms them And he looks at you, and he says, "Well, it's about time to come out of there. It's time to talk."
Certainly, Sir Woodsmith. I don't know if you know, but things have been quite interesting since you took your rest. My companions right now are off tracking some unknown who was spying on us.
Well, it's quite unfortunate then. Please, take a seat here by the fire.
Okay. Podium takes a seat.
And his kind of like unfocused glare pinpoints. It focuses on you, Pojam, and he lifts his hand up and he says, "Oh no, not you, Pojam, not you." And you watch him kind of snap his fingers, and the campfire dims heavily. The light dims until it's nothing but like smoldering coals, so it gives up a very dim light. And Pojam, through your dark vision, you see a portion of the forest where some bushes and lower undergrowth lay almost open up. They curl away almost to reveal a road that was hidden before. And you see what looks like to be 3, 4 individuals walk out from there, and the foliage once more curls back to conceal this road, wherever it may be. And you see before you, out of these 4 individuals, 3 of them are small. They're short, about maybe, I'd say, 4 feet tall. They seem to be draped in what look like to be dark stained leathers and hides, almost like enveloping them, and there's strips of hide and cloth and leather, kind of concealing them like a cloak. But you can see only what look like to be these beady, glowing yellow eyes that just shift all over the area. They shift back at you, and Mr. Woodsmith back at you, to the smoldering coals and just everywhere. But the 4th one is very tall. I wouldn't say lanky, but they don't seem to be very wide in birth. But as they move elegantly, quietly. Their footsteps are almost unheard. This one, however, almost in the same fashion, is wearing these long strips of dark stained pieces of cloth, leather, and hide. And you hear this very pronounced but familiar voice. Ah, I see we've been able to catch up with you strangers. And you see these two dull, not exactly like glowing yellow, but almost like a dull orange colored set of eyes look over to you, Pojam.
Okay, so it's 4 figures, right?
Yes.
3 are like 4 foot tall.
Yes, this one is tall, lanky, about maybe the same height as you, actually.
Okay, and 1 is very tall, but they're all dressed in this strips of dark stained leather, hides, and cloth.
Yeah.
They have like hoods. It's like a cloak kind of concealing them, and they have like beady glowing yellow eyes, but the very tall one has orange glowing eyes?
Yes. They're not exactly hoods. It's almost like these pieces of cloth, leather, and hide have been kind of wrapped around their bodies.
And do I recognize?
It sounds like a voice that may have given you and the other pages some directions at some point when you had come to a crossroad.
Ah, Iktulab Dubakatha. Am I pronouncing that right?
You're pronouncing it as right as I will allow.
I was hoping to see you again.
I, unfortunately, was not. But so is not the way of the roads. You have, unfortunately, seemed to have taken something of mine.
Really?
Why, yes. But unfortunately, it does not look as if you have it.
If anything was taken of yours, it was done unknowingly, and honestly, I can't think of anything I or my friends may have taken. There was some armor we came across.
But you have taken it from me. That which you should have left buried within the road, Gem.
I knew it! I knew it!
We watched. We watched as you allowed your other friends, companions, travel mates, dug up this. And you see, like, as it continues to repeat this, their height almost grows, as if they seem to be inhaling a calm frustration. This thief, this trespasser along my roads. Unfortunately, I cannot allow this to pass so easily.
I had a feeling that this person was not welcomed by the road, and that by being buried in the road, it was a great statement. I did not want my friends to remove this person, but it was their call and their sense of goodwill, seeing anyone suffer. It was only their ignorance in not knowing why this person was there. Ignorance, I know, is not easily forgiven, nor should it not be, unless it leads to knowledge.
Unfortunately so. Your sin was not in your ignorance, Pogem. Your sin was in your compliance. It seems as though you speak as of you've known of our existence and our influence, yet you allowed them to dig up the remains of this punished individual.
I have no control of what my acquaintances do.
Yet you have equal say in their actions, no?
And I said something, and they did not listen. If you find fault with me, it is a fault I find with myself also. I should have said more.
Fortunately, the fault is not only found within you, Pojem, but within all of you. So judgment must be passed, equally distributed.
Well,
Now, as something has been taken from us, something must be taken from you.
I understand your thinking. And I would ask that at least the knowledge that if anything was taken, it could be regained.
They pause. Almost, you notice them almost sifting under their drapes and strips of cloth and leather, almost as if they're looking for something, searching for something, or they're just kind of moving around.
I have no love for this person that we unwisely set free. And I would see them captured. And I would see the truth of them revealed. Because I know now most assuredly they do not mean well for most people. I feel strongly that their hands are covered in blood.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, come on, persuasion.
This is a.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Depending on how good a point you're making, maybe the DC's lower.
It's something about my face. It just comes off, even as impassioned as I am. It's like this arrogant son of a bitch.
Their eyes, their eyes.
Oh, I want to punch his face.
Their eyes wince slightly. Even with their face covered, you can tell almost as if they're smiling from underneath all those layers. Unfortunately for you, whatever price and cost must be reaped before you leave my domain, from these roads, from this forest. So, I give you this. You have, I believe, what might be another day, two, to reach where you're going. Between that time, Pojem, you must choose. You must choose between you, between Maza, between your other elven friend, between the one that dug up the individual on the road, and between the curious human that stays with you. Choose among them. Choose carefully, Pojem. And we might just be even.
I pretty much already made my decision, but I will speak it over with them.
Oh. Go ahead, Pojem. Go ahead. And Mr. Woodsmith, and the dwarf shakes and he averts his eyes away from this entity, and he almost shakes a little bit as he speaks. Yeah, yes. You've done well. I release you from your debt. You may leave now. And his eyes, you can tell Pojam they're beginning to water as he looks up, and he says, "Thank you. Thank you so much." And you watch as Mr. Woodsmith slowly begins to fade in color. He actually begins to look a bit more transparent than before. As you watch Mr. Woodsmith slowly begin to fade, and he looks at you, Pojam, and he says, "Choose carefully," and he vanishes.
Goodbye, sir.
With that, the campfire slowly begins to come back to life. And your attention is drawn back to those figures away from where Mr. Woodsmith's body once remained. And you hear a quick rustling amongst the underbrush and look back, but the entities are no longer there. Now we're gonna go back to the rest of the group out in the Tuskwood Forest.
One would think one's night
Yeah.
could not get any worse. But again,
Oh, it can always get worse.
Jesus.
So, Casimir's not happy. Casimir's not happy at all.
Opie, be quiet. One's here.
So yes, you guys are speaking to this entity at the very end.
Yeah, no deal. No deal. I'll put my hands up on the next.
I'm
Sorry.
going to run through the languages I know. I'm starting at Sylvan. Just say, do you speak Sylvan?
As you begin speaking, they kind of jump as you speak, but they kind of hunch back forward as they're looking at you almost curiously. No deal? Deal not made? Then
What
I wait.
deal do you want?
Not I. No. I don't want a deal. I wait for the deal to be made, to be finished. And
What kind of a deal?
Tamir, you feel suggestion fade after that point. The creature looks over at you, Maza, and it darts. It just turns around and runs. And as it runs, you watch it almost like it almost runs down a stairway into the brush, like into the underbrush, and disappears.
Do I have any knowledge of what the hell this thing might be?
Well, that was weird. Probably sleeping. Let's go back.
Maza turns around and walks away. Tamir, you could make a nature check.
Nature. Oh. Not had to do one of those before. 15. Respectable.
All right, that's pretty stellar. I'm not gonna lie, but you're not sure. Unfortunately, growing up on a continent that really didn't afford much except for rolling plains and deserts,
Your forest is out of my league.
whatever entities could be here, you're not really sure what they could have been.
Alright. I'll just go, sorry to have bothered you, I suppose, and head back.
Right.
Yeah, I'll follow.
All right. So you guys follow back to the main camp. It doesn't take too long to get back. You didn't travel that far, maybe like 200, 300 feet.
Is the carriage still there?
Oh yeah, the carriage is still there. The
Cool.
ox and everything.
Cool.
Pojam, you look like you're about to throw up all over your shoes. What's happened?
Well, good news. We have a carriage and an ox to pull it.
What happened to the old man?
Well, it seems. Do you remember that strange individual we met on the road to Fort Nightfall?
Yeah.
Well, it seems the person that we dug up from the road was put into the road by him. And so he stopped by for a little chat and some overall.
Oh God.
His name is
What does he want?
Iktulab Dubakatha. Well, he's pissed. He's really angry.
Understandably.
Angry at all of us. And he is demanding payment.
What kind of payment?
One of us will have to sacrifice something, and I have to choose that person.
So you're expecting what exactly? Someone ends up buried in the road?
That something, I don't know. We have to give him something. Something will be taken.
What is he expecting?
You don't get into these kinds of deals without getting all the details.
This was no deal. This was an order. That payment must be paid, or I believe the open end of that threat is that we will all pay.
Okay, who's doing it?
Do
So
you think if we find that person we released and give them back, that he'd be less harsh on us?
That is a possibility. I want to find this person anyway, just because
We
I
can't
want to know
know.
Well,
We know they knew that they were going to travel with us until we got to I forgot the name of the place. Maybe we could check that area because we know where they were heading.
But that town's out of the forest. Would that pose a problem?
yes.
So what? I am very confused. What is this thing that is looming over us like a spectre?
We encountered something when we were on the crossroad to for Nightfall, and we foolishly told us that it's our names, and we got its name, and now it's angry because we see it put something in a road, and then we freed them.
So all we have of the knowledge of what it is a something.
It's his name, and that's it.
Pojam thinks it's a road fairy. I don't know if it's a road fairy, but it's definitely
So
something.
fairies are bullshit, so probably not.
Well,
I reserve judgment.
when Iktulab Dubakatha showed up, he kind of appeared from a road, an opening in the brush, and then there was a road there, and they were on the road and came through. The fact that this person was buried in the road, and the fact that
Does it really matter if he's actually a road fairy or not? He has a problem with us.
That's true.
it would basically mean that, look, either he is a road fairy or he's deeply connected to the road fairies. I'm tending to believe that without further proof, road fairies are real, and we pissed something off that is very fairy-like and is definitely connected to these roads.
Hey, so do you think that this entity is watching us right now?
Oh, most definitely.
Well, then why do you...
I put up my middle finger.
I'm just gonna go...
Just in the air.
If it's about all of us, why did you only talk to him?
Say that again?
And I'm just going to say that out loud. If this is about all of us, then why did you only talk to him? Why did none of us why did the rest of us get no chance to speak in our defense?
Because he knew...
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Well, I have the answer to that question.
Yes. Well, it's mostly rhetorical and me being pissed off anyway.
He knew I was the only one who thought that it could possibly be wrong. And that by my not really stopping you guys, that I am more complicit, potentially. And in all honesty, I do feel more complicit. You guys had no idea. I had an idea. And I should have said something. Because, I mean, in the end, digging this person up ended up being a bad thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna look around and yell, maybe put better signs on things so everyone knows. This is partially your fault, you know.
Yeah, I would agree a little bit in that, because if this person is such a foul being, death would have been preferable rather than this, you know. Not everyone knows the rules of the road. You leave a person...
If you actually definitely want someone dead, just kill them, okay? Don't mess around because weird things happen like this. I'm giving advice to an entity that may or may not be watching us. I'm so sorry. Just so you know, guys, we've got 5 more minutes before I have to leave.
Oh. How were we supposed to know, like, that it was him that did it and not, like, some...
Yeah.
Like, people...
Bandits are fucked up as well, you know.
Well, out of character, there's been this whole road theme, starting with road fairies, and yeah, and the fact that there was a weird ruin on the back of the dude's neck, that was some old-timey, like, I mean, you're gonna get yours with old...
does not a supernatural weirdness make. It could just be a doodle.
I'm gonna doodle on the back of your neck.
I know.
It was druidic code. Maybe there was some shitty druids. We don't know.
Maybe they just wrote something like "kick me" or something.
Yeah, we don't know.
Well, we know now.
Yeah. Ugh.
So, as of right now, I would choose myself. Oh, and the dog knows.
Help me!
You're being self-sacrificial and stupid, aren't you?
Well, look.
Dog Nico just starts howling.
Just give.
My first inclination was to offer forth friend Tamir, because you were the one that was like, let's dig him up. You know, so, but then I was just like, you know what? You didn't know. You were like doing it from the kindness of your heart. You were being empathetic, and that's a noble quality. So, should you be punished for being empathetic? For wanting to help someone?
You have a...
Life may say that, but I won't.
But here's a possibility that we should all look at. Would it be possible to each take a lesser punishment?
Oh, that would be lovely, but I don't think that's how this works.
Well, did you ask?
No,
Okay, so who? Enough about talking about what's happening, because it's happening. We can't change anything about who's going to do the punishment.
Yeah, whatever's happening is happening.
Like,
We'll
who
show
has
you what
the
kind of
least to
punishment it
lose?
was.
Paper, scissors, rocket. Lady likes blind.
He was very specific, and I better choose the right person.
Yeah, who has the least amount to lose?
Oh, I have a lot to lose.
I would greatly prefer not to be sacrificed.
We'd all
I'll do
prefer
it.
not to be sacrificed, but let's look at it slightly realistically. I will say no more, but the rest of you don't want any supernatural entities very powerfully messing with me. That could end up very badly.
Yeah, we probably gathered from the fact that you turned into a snarling beast, so...
That was a one-time thing.
I'll do it. Like, I don't have anything to lose.
People have more to lose than they think.
Everything that I had to lose is already taken.
Then
You've got your eyes, your mind, your memories.
Take them. They're not good.
I don't know. I feel that these might be the types of beings that they expect us to be petty and to not choose ourselves when given the opportunity. And so for
I
me,
feel like you have a lot to lose.
yes.
Is there some kind of check I could make to figure out? Would be at least passingly familiar with Fey deals. I believe I would have looked into that in the past and discarded it. Can I make some kind of Arcana check to see if I know anything on this?
Know anything
And that'll be
on what?
the last thing I do
exactly?
before I leave.
Know anything on what?
Fey deals. Like, assuming these are Fey beings.
Sure. Go ahead and make I'll say an Arcana or history check.
Arcana or history, it's the same modifier anyway, so Arcana. 15?
Okay, on Arcana. Okay, so being from a continent, no less, which is in the middle of a civil war, pretty much based on the fact that devils and demons were running amok for some time. You've definitely learned of the nature of how some individuals struck deals with these entities from the hells. So, assuming that whatever creature is some type of fiend, demon, or a fae, even, you get the sense that whatever deal you make, whatever deal is about to be fulfilled, is not, in the end, is not going to truly benefit anyone except for the deal maker, which would be this entity that Pogem seemed to have spoke to. Even though it might grant you some kind of base protection, or they might keep up their end of the deal, it's not going to be a fair trade in the end. It might not harm you. The least likely option or outcome is probably it won't harm you, but it still won't be a fair trade. but most likely is it's probably going to hurt. It's probably going to suck, and it still won't be a fair trade.
You're gonna die, and it's gonna hurt the whole time while you're dying, and it's gonna be awful.
Good.
From your experience, I'd say from your experience on the Eastern Continent, traveling around Ascana, that's most likely the case. Yes, your soul will be torn through your body and trapped inside a steel jar, which will be transported into the depths of hell.
Okay, so full disclosure, I apparently know a lot more about fiend deals than fey deals. It's sort of part of the curriculum growing up in Ascana. You don't want to get suckered into something stupid. Generally, the answer is don't. We seem to be a lot past that, but someone is going to get fucked over. Quite clearly, if the Fae have like any relation in their deals to the fiends, which it wouldn't be surprising. They're trying to get something and give the least away. Is this even a deal? It's not a deal.
It's more like a punishment.
A debt?
Yeah, a debt, a payment.
Like I said, I feel like I have the least to lose, so...
Yeah.
I
think
really do not want to see you find out that maybe you have more to lose.
I'm not really fond of life anyways.
All I know is I have some stuff I really need to do, and I don't know what this thing's going to take, so I don't want to risk it.
Wait a second. This conversation is probably solely academic, because didn't they say you have to choose Pojim?
Yes.
Yeah, so if he has to choose specifically, I don't believe any of us get a say in it. Except for Pojim.
Can I try to convince him? Like, roll something?
By the way, I have to head off.
Aw.
Okay. Have fun at school.
School and
Bye.
fun, yeah, right. Bye.
Bye.
Literary.
Alright. So,
Is Tap here, by the way?
Tapioca is, like, existing, but
Muted on both sides.
deaf and mute.
She's Helen
Oh.
Keller?
Oh, well, I mean, Helen Keller was blind, but
I guess blind and deaf,
I mean-
not
I
mute
mean-
and deaf.
I don't know. Tap is an extraplanar being, I guess, for now.
It's kind of just floating there.
Might be dinnering.
Well, looks like
Maybe.
Casimir has gone off on a extended hunt,
He's chasing a rabbit.
probably. Okay.
That's why there was so much barking earlier. He found it.
Also, to answer your question, I think it was Maza.
Yeah.
Can't exactly roll to persuade a player's character. It's more like a roleplay type of deal.
Shit. Not good at verbally persuading. Besides, I have the least to lose. Life sucks. Choose me. That's my entire pitch.
Oh, I really don't want to have to choose any of us.
Mazda, you've made a fair argument. Yes, I will choose you.
Great. Okay. Call the thing back. Let's go.
Pojim laughs. No. I'm going to choose myself and get it over with. Because
I really hope it does something not as serious as taking your life or something.
I would almost prefer my life to other things I have. Yeah. I'd rather have 100 years of servitude than. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that out loud.
Sorry, I lost my cool there. I'm just taking notes, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Tap's listening now.
It's-
No longer deaf.
God, I hate this. This sucks ass. This sucks ass show. So I'm gonna call this dude. I'm gonna call out his name.
Well, hold on. So I mean, you do recall that the deal could be completed by the time you left the Tuskwood Forest. So
yeah, we
if-
still have time to.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we could see if we can find that person. See if they're less hard on you. We still got a couple days.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this person couldn't get that far in the
Yeah,
night.
we know the general direction that they're going in, I think.
We
Also
know they're
lying about that, too.
we know they're sneaky hide person. So
I
True.
think they just wanted to get into like a populated area so they could disappear.
Yeah.
yeah. And did this character leave any of its belongings?
No, I burnt the book, so.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't have burnt the book.
Well, it was just a Bible, but
And none of us could read that anyway.
exactly. And you don't want to read it, it's bad. Not 10 out of 10 would not recommend the read. It's not a good book. Bad storyline.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, show, did Nushala Valera leave any of her belongings when she vanished?
Besides that, well, actually, she would have left the certificate,
Okay, yeah.
her bedroll, as well as her pack, like her backpack.
Okay, so can I investigate the backpack? See if there's anything we missed.
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Tamir, could you assist me? 2 pairs of eyes and all.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Maybe I could look through, like, the bedroll and the certificate just to, like, see anything.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can I make
Okay.
a history check to see what these spies like would usually like do if there's any documentation of them?
Yeah, go ahead. All right. Okay. Oh, starting with Pojan. Pojan, looking through his individual supplies, it seems to be a lot of, first thing you find what looks like to be a, kind of a small pouch of 1,000 ball bearings. You find a flask of holy water.
Oh, take that.
No, I got that. I got that.
Oh, I have a spell that can use holy water. I guess you can hold on to it. I don't know. I have some.
Let's see. You would find a lantern. The holy symbol is still there. Let me see.
Is by any chance the holy symbol is the OMOS symbol?
Yes, it's a symbol of the Church of OMOS.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Might do something with that later.
Besides that, it seems to be a lot of just typical stuff you would find in a priest pack. Really, some rations. Besides that, actually, you also find what looks like to be a small book, um, written in common. It seems to be a pretty old book, actually. It's written by an individual that goes by the name of Johannes Kitzel. I'll put that into the chat. Johannes Kitzel. And this is a book of exorcism.
That might be useful.
It might be. It might be. But
Pretty price for it.
that's about it. I'll say because you rolled a natural 20 though, you do glean off some information. All the items you find in this pack seem to be pretty specifically for a priest. But if the individual that you had discovered to be not a priest was in fact not a priest, the question rises in your head: do they have a priest pack?
Yeah, I feel this is someone else's.
Yeah, weren't they disguised as a priest?
Right. They had claimed to have been traveling with a group of other priests.
Yeah, so it makes sense if it had a priest pack, because it was disguised.
It's a fair enough point. It's a fair enough point to be made.
Well, on the pack, like mostly on the outside, any hairs?
Ooh.
Like I'm trying to. What I'm looking for is.
Say, go ahead and make another investigation check, but this time with disadvantage, because it is still night.
Oh.
So you're gonna still have some trouble finding the small details. So you can go ahead and look one more time. Baron.
Could Casimir track the scent?
From the blanket? That'd be a good idea.
We'll say he can attempt to.
Yo! Natural 20 again.
Whoa! Get him!
Baron, you're digging through the license, you're digging through everything, and really you can't find anything. What information you acquired before was true was that whatever name was written on the license is not the name that was by the High Elf. It may have been a bad decoy. It may be not their license. Maybe. You're not entirely sure.
Have I checked to see if it was real or not yet?
Yes,
I don't know if I did that last time.
You guys did. Okay. And you determined it to not be legit.
Okay.
Yes, only for the fact that the name she gave you was not the name written on the piece of paper.
Oh, yeah.
The name was Kalazana. And she said she was Nishala Valera.
Yeah, Valera. So, obvious mistake there.
Amateur.
Maza, trying to recall some information on these spies. You said, what was it gonna find out?
Like where they would go if they were in the city, they're
right.
Basically it's just about them.
Well, you'd imagine that one of the only other places in Valashbor that a Silgasian spy, someone from the military, might go would probably be the Silgasian Empire's embassy within Valishbor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But besides that, any presence from Silgasian officials is not very common within Valishbor. Like you might have your typical officers, people who might go over immigration, you know what I mean? Like processing papers and whatnot, but maybe disputing a merchant's dispute or something, handling those kind of cases, but they're not really um they're not very active politically or other within Valishbor.
Okay.
Yeah. They're kind of like a customer service center.
Why are there customer service spies?
Yeah, but I mean, with your history roll, logically, that would make it place you could think of.
Okay.
Pojum, with your navigation. Oh, but it was with disadvantage. Unfortunately,
Shit, that
this
sucks.
was dark. Yeah. But still, 2 natural 20s in a row is
It doesn't count.
still the likelihood.
It was nice. It was nice.
Looking through the pack, unfortunately, it's the lighting is not good enough to spot hares.
Perhaps in the morning.
It may be easier to find hares in the morning. But with that,
Have we all rested?
no, actually, when Tamir woke everyone up, I believe it then 4 in the morning. I would say 2 in the morning, maybe. Yeah, I'd say it'd be 2 in the morning.
Okay. Well, do we want to sleep for a bit? Because we have a long day of sacrificing.
I really don't want to lose their trail, but at the same time, we need our rest.
Yes,
Getting
Don't
magic
even
away.
have their trail.
It's not like
Yeah.
with the cart now, we can make better time. So,
That's true.
and we can travel for longer. So,
Could we
and
sleep in the cart?
it's
Might be
it's
able
a carriage, or no, it's a wagon.
Yeah, it is a wagon, actually. But I find wagon is like interchangeable almost.
Yeah.
But I would say probably about maybe 3 of you comfortably can fit inside the wagon. But 4 of you can squeeze.
I can walk. I got big, long legs.
Sleeping.
No, he's talking about sleeping.
Oh,
Yes, I'm
someone
sorry.
can lay on me.
No, if you're playing, then you're gonna need one person to drive the actual cart or wagon.
Has it been enough time for like 2 elves to get rested? Because I know elves don't need as much rest,
Yeah, you
right?
need 4 hours for rest. Unfortunately, when we had woken everyone up, it was maybe it had just made for it.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Sleep. Like, we could sleep here for the night until like dawn breaks, and then just move from there.
Most of you need at least 8 hours. Myself and Farron, only 4, so I'll watch for 4 hours while the rest of you sleep, and Farron meditates for 4 hours, and then we'll switch.
All right.
I have Maybellina here to assist me in perception and seeing. And my construct is still moving around, so I think we'll be okay.
Was there a place in between where we are now and Valishwar?
Isn't it Stonebridge?
Stonebridge.
Yeah, that's where we're heading.
Is that like a town?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how long until we get to there?
It was only about a day, wasn't it?
I think like 2 days.
Was it 2 days to there or 2 days to Valishwar?
There's another few days to Balashfor.
Yeah, there's we're still at least 4 or 5 days away from Valishwar.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
when we get to Stonehenge, I want to stop there for a bit, because I want a shower. We've been in the sewers for a week. Well, not a week, but it feels like a week.
I cast, I cast prestidigitation on us when we got out of the sewers.
Yeah, but magic doesn't have the same feel as water.
That's
true. Magic just kind of feels all tickly. Don't
True.
like magic.
All right, so I guess you guys are just gonna take the next watches then. So Pojam, you can go ahead and make a perception check.
Maza snores, by the way, just letting y'all know. Like a truck.
All right, fair enough. So no one's actually benefiting from a long rest then. Just kidding,
Maza
just yeah, why not? God knows the animals of the forest are probably racking up exhaustion. Okay.
Good.
But Pojam, you keep out a keen eye this time out into the forest. Making sure you're watching. The night seems to be very calm. Almost too calm. As you keep your eyes and your attention about you.
Taz, Tapioca's back, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
Did you hear any of, like, what's gone on so far?
It's because you were muted, like, deaf for a bit.
All right. So Casimir kind of jolts in the middle of your shift, Pojam, and he just
Gotta
yells
sleep
out,
the entire time.
Oh, what the fuck? But
Did you hear about the, road fairies or whatever that came and talked to Pojam?
Well, while you others sleep, I will inform Kaz as to the situation. You were there, but we were all camped out. That one shisty dude that we dug out of the road had done his little vanishing act, leaving us all fucking pissed off. And a little while later, there was a movement in the forest around us, and Tamir, Farron, and Maza, and Kaz, I guess you went with them, gave chase, while I stayed back with the fire, the wagon, and the old dude in his wagon. You guys caught up with some. I don't know what they were.
It was just like a faceless spirit. It was weird. It asked us to make a deal, and then I said no, and then it ran away. Pretty much.
Well, while they were off, Pojem was perhaps getting the worst of it because
Yeah.
that dude that we met on the road to Fort Nightfall, the strange fairy dude that came out of the woods with like the beast with the glowing eyes, Iktulab Dubakatha, Fort Nightfall. And he showed up, and it seems that the old dude knew exactly who he was, and this Fey spirit dude proceeded to chastise Pojem for letting the party dig the dude up out of the road, and that he had put that dude in the road as punishment. And since we fucked that up, it was now up to us to pay him. We would have to sacrifice something, give something. And he has left that decision up to Pojem. And Pojem must choose the right person in the party because supposedly there's only one true answer for this dude. Otherwise, we're gonna all have to pay, and it's gonna be worse. And we have about 2 days to figure it out. We have to give an answer before we leave the forest. Could be blood, it could be sexual organs, hair, eyes, senses, speech. It could be a plethora of things. And it could be also the taking of prize, things we love, So, we're going to try and... Yes, we fucked up by digging that guy up. Yeah. Very tall, about my height, about 6'6", has orange glowing eyes, but besides that, no other definable features because they're
All right.
they're wrapped up in like strips of fabric and leathers and hides, so that like some pretty steampunk mummies.
I think
No.
he just. I think he called him a thief.
Yeah. Did he? Yeah. Or scoundrel or something of that nature.
Referred to Valera Eve. As a couple things, really. Referred to her as a thief, as a trespasser.
Okay.
Well, for the whole answer to the question thing, or like the sacrifice or whatever, I volunteered myself, or Maza did. But then Pojem was like, no, it's me. So he's probably going to sacrifice himself.
It could also be Tamir because he's the one whose idea was to unbury the guy. But yeah, I think Pojem's gonna pick himself.
Because look, the biggest hint. Well, Tamir's Ray had to go. She had a class.
Tamir's the one who decided we should unbury that in the road.
And part of me wants to choose Tamir, but I knew in my heart that what Tamir was doing was wrong, so the true blame would fall on me. And by the very fact that he appeared to me and nobody else, Kaz, I would not sacrifice you. I must do the brave thing, and the brave thing would be to offer forth myself and what I possess.
I feel like Kaz and Maza have pretty equal amount of hatred for themselves.
Yeah. Fine. Don't. It's fine. Yeah, we'll talk about this out of game.
All right,
Then we can
so-
have a war.
So, finish my watch and wake up Farron. And I'm like, Kaz, I guess, would go to sleep immediately after.
All right, yeah. All right, so Farron, can you make a perception check for me as you get up for your watch?
Alright, perception, there it is.
Fantastic. All right. So, as you remain on your silent vigil, like many other watches you've taken before, whether you were on the night or the day shift, roaming around the Strvelishbor, clad in your sovereign armor, bearing the insignia of King Zacharias himself. Those small bits of memories just kind of like come back. Just bits and pieces, you know. It's like a strange nostalgia, though you know, the guard of Valishbor at least were not inherently the best or maybe good spirited. You still know it's not. There's still those good individuals. You can't deny all of the good experiences you may have had, but in the end, you remember it being wrong.
Yeah.
But you can see it just so vividly. The moment that defined you joining the guard before seeing your father before you, the horrid mess his corpse was left in. But you don't want to think about it, but it's that dark memory almost pulls you back as you can't help but picturing it over and over, staring at his lifeless body. And you can almost see him, his head turning back to look at you with this lifeless gaze.
I scream. Just
Alright.
kind of freaking myself out.
Sure, yeah, you
Immediately get up. Very light sleeper.
screaming, you jolt out of this daze, and looking around. As you do, it looks like your watch has been coming to a close as the sun is beginning to peek over the horizon, and you seem to have stirred Maza awake.
What's
Sorry.
happening?
Sorry.
Ah,
It's nothing.
I grabbed my axe.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just daydreaming. And I freaked myself out.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm awake now.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. The sun's coming up anyways. You want to talk about it?
I don't know. Not really.
Okay. You don't have to. Mazza will get up and start making the fire big again and make breakfast.
Sure. As you start cooking it up. Farron, you're still kind of shook from all of this, but your thoughts still linger a little bit.
Ugh.
And you, as you're still kind of hanging around, maybe you take a seat on like a dead stump of wood or tree stump. I'm sorry. Jeez, I'm meant to say log of wood and tree stump. That is a mess. But you take a seat and you almost feel your vision pulled from you as you look amongst a dark room. It's so dark, in fact, it's as if your dark vision doesn't function here, but you can just barely make out the outline of what looks like stairs that might lead up to a door. And as you kind of focus, you look around and you can see the rest of the room flat, a pedestal in the center. You might see maybe bookshelves, halls. The room is a lot larger than you thought, but in the middle, you see what looks like to be a book just open.
Am I able to move closer?
Oh, sure. And as you think about it, you move towards it, not feeling the footsteps, but you glide towards this tome. You look down onto it, but without thinking or commanding yourself, you grab the edge of the book and close it. And as you close it,
Sure.
You stop speaking.
etchings. Yes, hello.
As you close it, and then you cut out.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, as you close it, you recognize it as this dark stained, a ragged leather bound tome, that which had a strange colored metal skull in the middle of it. You recognize it from a nightmare you've had before. And your vision fades out from you.
Ugh.
As I make breakfast, can I kind of keep an eye at her from the corner of my vision?
What was that? I'm sorry?
As I make dinner, can I keep an eye on her at the corner of my vision?
Up until you've completed making breakfast, actually, Farron has just sat down on a stump and she hasn't moved. So it's maybe a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, I imagine she's kind of just staring blankly.
Okay. I give her a bowl of whatever breakfast I made.
Thanks. I try and shake myself out of it a little.
Yep, nothing better for hauntings than warm food.
Yeah. Is everyone else still asleep?
I think so.
All woken up.
What was
Hey,
that
come
show?
on, everyone up. Breakfast time. Kick them awake. Just feet though. Lightly kick feet.
I'm just gonna quietly like eat my food. Kind of look down at it.
Bojim will get up and stretch and start putting on his gear. And then he's going to go and investigate the blanket and the backpack for hairs with the light of the morning. If I can.
I'm sorry. What was that you wanted to try?
I wanted to, now that there's light, I wanted to investigate the bedroll and the backpack for hairs.
Go ahead and make an investigation.
Hey, you be quiet.
We're on the hunt. Holy shit. What is going on today?
That's another natural 20.
Damn.
What the crap?
Shh, don't question it. You're just blessed today.
Can you guys hear my dog barking right now?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry if mine set it off.
I have headphones on and my door closed, so I doubt it. But
That's just
He
Nico
does
and
this.
Casimir. That's just Nico and Casimir going at it again, you know.
Yeah, Toby's just paranoid of everything. Tired old man.
we're babysitting a dog too, so like we have 3 dogs right now. Oh, one of them's trying to get in. I don't know which one it is.
Banish them.
Poof.
Alright.
They're gone.
Jeez. That was crazy.
Excuse me.
But yeah. So Pojum, you do find a ball of hair inside the bedroll.
So,
Now,
and they're all coming in my room.
I know that at the first initial encounter, this person had white hair.
Mm-hmm.
Then they transformed into the high elf and had black hair.
Oh.
Yes.
Long black hair.
An ambulance.
Yes.
So what is this hair, pray tell?
It is black.
Long, short.
Oh, I mean, these strands of hair, they're fairly long, I'd say.
Black, long. So it's a possibility that that last visage was the real one. Okay.
Possibly.
Oh, hi, cat.
Well, I'm going to take that hair and put it away someplace safe. Casimir. Friend Casimir.
Yes.
Thank you for speaking for him.
Thoughtful ass. Okay.
In your wolfen form, can you track by scent?
I mean,
If you smell something, can you track it?
absolutely.
That may give us the upper hand.
I am a dog after all.
You are no average canine.
Well, thanks.
And I suggest we ration up and get on the road.
Yes. We're gonna have a bath soon.
Yeah, I was, while I was eating breakfast, I would have gone around and started packing up the camp and, like, getting ready the oxen and shit.
Well, Stonebridge has a lovely, was it a river? Small river?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
With a cursed bridge. Or remains of bridge.
Just for you.
All right.
What was made for breakfast? I have to know.
Probably just like porridge. Nothing fancy. Just like road gruel.
As long as there's no chocolate in it.
Sauteed rations.
You know how I feel about
Yeah,
chocolate.
sauteed rations. Stewed rations.
Jesus, that would be the craziest if Casimir just died from eating chocolate.
I leave.
Just like, oh, there's an assassin. No, it was just chocolate.
Just slide some like dark chocolate into his meal.
Yeah, assassinate him. That'd be funny.
Well, if there's chocolate in this world, there's probably knowledge that chocolate isn't good for canines, for animals. Maybe.
Maybe.
Onions aren't good for dogs either. It's just weird because a lot of food has onions in it, so. You know. Dogs like bread. Dogs like.
Yeah.
french
Toby likes to get whole packs of bread and just eat all of it. It's great.
fries. Where are we going? Would you like me to do that thing I
Going.
always do, Bojan?
Yeah, I guess now would be the time to begin. And we'll just, just keep a smell out for this person.
Okay, don't look. I'm gonna go behind this tree. Be right back.
Okay, I'm not looking. Are any of the others looking?
Well, it's up to them.
Maza, you looking? Farron, you looking?
No, Chris doesn't like me.
I think I'm still kind of zoned out a little, but
Yeah, I'll look around.
so
You gonna look at it?
I guess Maza would have to make
Looking.
a perception check. See what you see.
Nothing. No.
No, you.
Do I have advantage?
Show you there.
Oh,
Hmm.
Hello.
are you? Are
What
you
did he
attempting
say?
to track a scent? Are you
It's
I haven't done that yet.
Yes, I'm trying to track a scent.
No, she's trying to look at me.
trying to look at Kaz as Kaz transforms naked.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it was for.
What do you then? Don't sign things you haven't read. Oh, this sheet is not
Maza,
like up
Maza,
to date.
as you stare at
Never
Casimir,
mind. I cancel it.
No, you
It
can't.
was me.
Stupid. You can't
Maybe
do
you're-
that.
You
I
rolled.
look away and tried to see something else.
you can't
I
look
don't
away.
want to see.
You're gonna have sausage for breakfast.
Oh, Jesus
No, you
Christ.
can't say that. You can't say
As
that.
much as you want to look away, you just can't.
I don't want to.
halfway through Casimir stripping down his armor and clothes, you realize, oh, this is a bad, and you turn around.
Just like you wanted to look at something, so you started looking around, and you were like, "Oh, that's what I rolled for." Okay.
Yeah, I thought like he was about to go track the scent, and I was looking around.
You wanted to
No,
look at him doing. Okay, hold on.
no, I don't want to look at you change.
Well, I mean, certain people did, like Pojam.
Oh,
All the time.
Well, Pojam, he's different.
What do I have to roll for?
To change.
No perception. Oh,
Okay.
can I have
An athletics check.
can I have Maybelline assist her?
Yeah,
Okay, Maybelline will give you the assist. So roll for it.
sure. Yeah.
For what? Perception?
Perception.
Perception.
Okay, thanks.
For smell.
Schmelle.
Assisting, give me
Smell-o-vision.
advantage or something.
Smell.
Yeah? Okay. Let me just do this twice then. Oh, it already does it. Alright, well, I guess it doesn't even matter.
No, roll again. You can get a natural 20.
Alright, I guess it doesn't.
Look at that.
God damn, yo!
It's you.
Wow.
It's you. You're cursed or something. Or blessed, I guess.
All right, so Casimir. Oh, Jesus Christ! What do I say? Casimir, you know that usually when prey outruns you for a day, you're going to lose the scent. But In this case, unfortunately, this must have been a real sweaty bedroll. Because as you start whiffing this bedroll, oh my god, it's like they're like neon lights. You just your nose just zooms in, and you can smell it traveling southwest.
Mabelina's right next to Kaz in wolf form, and Mabelina's eyes just smells that. The eyes get wide, and there's just a little bit of tearing in the eyes.
Yeah. There's that.
It was a foul smell.
Hey, Casimir, do you need help tracking or hunting it? Because I'm pretty fast.
Yeah, let's run together.
Let's do it.
I can't say that. I just start running.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Wait, who's good with animals? Because to bring the wagon.
Oh wait, no, I'm not. Never mind.
Yeah, you can't right now. Farron, Maza,
I have a plus
Tamir. Farron, I think you're it.
Well, before we get
My
into
animal
that,
handling is 2.
all right. Well, before we get into that, I think that's what we're gonna call it for a night there. I think that's an appropriate place. Catching the whiff of this entity and running out into the woods. Yeah.
Very large. People probably won't try to rob you guys if you have a giant dog with you.
Yeah. So that's where we're gonna end for tonight.
Yeah, no one will try to rob us if we have a giant dog, a gigantic beefy tiefling.
Maybe.
You should get a spike collar for your dog or something.
All right, guys. So
Don't we have 2 dogs now? Because we have Cass and we have that other.
I do have 2 dogs.
I
That's
keep
right.
forgetting about that one.
You mean my dog?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess technically you count me as a dog.
Well, you're
Or maybe
in a wolf
Dana or
form.
something cute.
all right. So I guess it's yeah, I guess it's that time of the session then, when we get to the very end.
How much?
Geez, what the hell did I have? The plot point Palooza, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Jeez, it's been a while. All right, guys. So we're all familiar with the rules here. So how about we have someone start us off?
Music, music,
Oh, dang.
music, music.
Man.
Where's the music playing? Oh, I had the site muted the entire time.
Man.
Alright. I guess I'll.
All right. Yeah. Tapioca.
I don't know who to like. Oh, sorry. I should probably mute myself.
There's a body of
Okay, I don't know who to pick because I wasn't here for very long, but I guess I'll make something up. You guys can go first. I'll just type mine.
All right. How about we have Sam go first?
Oh no, why?
Just because I don't think you ever go first.
Because I'm indecisive. I guess I'll go with Pojam
Okay. All right.
for the whole dealing with the fairy. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Pojam or I should say Loot Bashiri. Jesus, you got too much names.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bashiri, you want to put in something?
You know what? I can't remember what it was for. I just, when it happened, I just thought, oh, that's incredible. And it was when Farron rolled 2 1s. for a nature check.
Oh yeah.
That I was just like, oh wow, that is so just double ones. Oh, it's delicious.
Okay. So we got one for Pojam, one for Farron, Bookie.
I really liked that part where Mazda was just flicking off the forest.
All right.
Yeah, I have to go with it just because I thought it was really funny.
All right, shit. And with Tap, you have seemed to throw in your vote for Pojam there.
Pojam is the winner.
Oh yeah. So for this session,
Pew, pew, pew,
Pojam,
pew, pew,
you
pew.
are our plot point winner. True. That was also an enjoyable moment. I thought everyone did great this session. This was not a very we could say more of an intimidating roleplay session.
Yeah, man, that's some fucked up shit, dude. What the fuck? Like, if this ends up being someone's plot point, I'm gonna be fucking pissed off.
Oh well, we'll all find out. But yeah.
I used a plot point to find out more about like the road fairies, but that's not what I thought would happen.
Really?
Yeah, you can thank Bookie for Mr. Woodsmith, actually, you know.
So it's all Bookie's fault.
No, well, I wouldn't say that, but, you know, you can go ahead. Nah, just kidding. I'm just, you know, listen, guys, if I'm going to give you the ability to change the story however you like, I should be damn well be given the ability to take advantage of that, too.
Yeah. Maybe next time just use 2 plot points and just go, I want this. And the second plot point is you can't take advantage of this plot point.
But
Oh my god.
oh yeah, we now we need to argue about who hates themselves more. Kaz or Maza?
Is that really a contest?
Yes, they both hate each other a lot.
But you seem to be generally of a cheery nature, and you seem somewhat hopeful for at least a decent life. You're gonna have your fun and just try to keep your head above water. Whereas Kaz is just like Kaz is that cat in the movie where you're just like, oh, can't he just get a break? Just let him get a break.
Like, Maza's very serious most of the time. I, myself, am just a naturally humorous and easy-go-lucky person, so it kind of bleeds over.
Alright.
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty much it for this
About
week, guys.
Kaz's backstory. And Stu, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
we still don't know that.
Yeah.
And you guys don't know all of Maza's backstory.
Well, look,
I know Tamir's hiding a lot.
we have a carriage ride, so
That's true. You guys have a carriage ride.
but not while Kaz is transformed, so at a certain point, you know, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. No problem.
Yeah, I definitely need to talk about stuff before we get to Valishpur.
Well, you should do that.
I should, but, like, stuff keeps coming up.
Alright, guys, so this is me signing out. It was fun running the session with you guys again.
Good to be back.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
very last
Yeah,
Sunday of
signing
this
out.
month, I may or may not be able to play.
Oh, jeez. Alright, okay. Well, thank you for telling me in advance.
Yeah.
Is that next Sunday?
No, the following Sunday, I believe.